So for me, the understanding of legacy actually started at a funeral. I jokingly say it wasn't my funeral, but I wasn't actually so sure of that. I was sitting actually in the front row of this funeral because it was my husband's brother who had passed away unexpectedly. His son went up to find out why his dad wasn't up before him because that was a little unusual. Tyler tended to sleep till noon. Steve was usually up at 6. Noon came around, no Steve. Tyler went up to see what was going on and found him dead. He was 52. I was 10 years younger. And I sat there at that funeral and I didn't know if I was crying for Steve or if I was crying for me. Because they actually chose a song that's a little unusual. Some of you have actually heard this story because you've heard me give the keynote that I wrote around this. But they chose this song for his funeral. And I'd play it for you, but the intro takes forever. But it's worth a listen. Because it's got this intro that's this really deep percussion. And then this, what is the light that you have, comes in. And I sat there in the front row and I thought, light? What light? Interesting song for a funeral. For someone's light has gone out. But that day we listened to Steve's legacy. Do you ever think about that when you go to a funeral? The eulogies that are given, that's the legacy. Are we going to wait until our funeral to find out what our legacy is? You're writing it right now, today. What is your light? So I sat there and I felt like this. There was a light. No light. And you know what story I was telling myself? I'm burned out. I'm done. There's no way to reignite this. I don't know when my passion got up and left or where I left it. But that match was burned out. And I was 42 years old. Okay. I need to rethink the story, right? So, have you ever felt that way? How many of you are kind of feeling that way right now? Little like that burned out match. We have all been there. Well, let me tell you something. Those people that created legacies that we read about in book after book after book, you want to know a secret? They've all felt that way too. There's not one person